Hey everyone, it's Jack and Sam from Cultaholic.com, back once again with another predictions contest. It's time for our predictions for NXT TakeOver Chicago. Sam, are you excited for another NXT TakeOver show?
Okay?
No,
I'm not.
Right.
I'm not excited because you wait months for one event and then you have an event and then there's like 3 over the course of like 7 days. Nah. I'm not having it.
You've been a bit busy?
Not having it. I'm really busy. You took my belt off us. I'm going to be made to look like a twat for losing at Dominion because of your American horrible gaijin.
Right.
Just sick. Sick. Done.
Awesome. So let's take a look at all of I mean, goodness gracious. This week, of course, will be all our build-up for NXT TakeOver Chicago. We're making our predictions. We'll let you know about the punishments in a second. And also, we'll be doing a lovely, lovely live stream on Saturday night for NXT TakeOver Chicago. And stay tuned, of course, as well for all of our Money in the Bank coverage too, which takes place on the Sunday. So let's just take a little time and explain the punishment rules. Now, the 3 punishments this time are, and remember, you can vote for these at patreon.com/Cultaholic, are...
we should get the big one, the most important one that everybody should vote for first. And that is Chicago Chops.
Chicago Chops, that's right. The big one.
Big one. Never get anything like that usually.
We've got roly-poly.
Roly-poly.
Right, let's have some clearing up on the term roly-poly, because as a child, whenever I heard the term roly-poly...
Because he's posh.
I thought forward roll, but you think it's sideways.
Roly-poly's sideways. Forward roll is a forward roll.
Okay. Well, I believe that one of our punishments is to roly-poly, whatever that may entail, sideways, down the main street in Newcastle.
Northumberland Street, yeah.
Should be really good, laugh.
About 300 metres.
It's a long way. It's a long street and a busy street too.
Oh yeah,
so
main
cool.
shopping street.
And also, the third choice is another public one. It's to cut some CM Punk style pipe bomb promos in public, again around our fair city of Newcastle upon Tyne. So choose your favourite and vote for it at patreon.com/Cultaholic. So first up, let's take a look at the NXT Tag Team Championship match between the Undisputed Era, who are represented this time, I believe, by Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong. No Bobby Fish, no Adam Cole, maybe. And they will be facing the challengers of Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan, the big bald bad lads, as I've christened them. Sam, who have you got and why?
Undisputed Era, because they're really hot right now, and I just don't think it makes any sense to get the belts off them onto some sort of newish... obviously established, but like a newish team,
a new alliance. They've been on for a while, but not together.
Yeah, it's like I just don't think it makes any sense. So I'm gonna stick with Undisputed Era. I think they're just great.
Yeah.
So
that's you. I agree with you. I think this match is sort of a bit of a placeholder to keep things ticking over until in England, the Undisputed Era come face to face with British Strong Style. They've had the little mix-ups with Pete Dunne,
and hopefully just destroy them.
Right,
completely and utterly.
Okay, he's got his boys on side, and they're going to have a big old match in the Royal Albert Hall in London. And I think it would make no sense if they weren't the champions heading into that match.
Yeah, exactly.
So yes,
they've got to have some sort of prestige around them to do it.
So I think this is one of the easier ones to call on the show. I don't know if they'll beat them clean or if the other 2 members will somehow get involved in a heelish way.
Yeah.
But they always keep it entertaining. So even though it's a bit of a predictable one, I think there'll be a few twists and turns along the way.
Yeah. Next up for the NXT Women's Championship, we have Nikki Cross going up against the current champion, Big Bad Shayna Baszler. Who have you got and why?
I'm going for the champion, Shayna Baszler. I think WWE want to probably keep the NXT Women's Championship on her for a little while longer, maybe a fair while longer.
I guess some people might think she's still sort of an unproven source, like an unproven talent, and I don't understand that, but I just think, maybe the Shayna experiment has to continue. Yeah,
I think so. I think she's really proved herself to be a really good menacing heel in her recent feud with Dakota Kai, where of course it was obviously half of it was on Kai being a really sympathetic babyface as well.
Yeah.
But I think Shayna's got a really unique air of menace. Lots of heels are menacing, but she's got a very specific air of menace about her. And I think Nikki Cross is a really good matchup because she's all fearless and wild and stuff. But I still think, despite that Shayna's going to walk out with the gold. How about you?
I think it's going to be a hell of a match. I think it's going to be brutal. We might even see some mental hardcore style spots. But yeah, I'm going to stick with Shayna. I think I want to see her keep the belt.
Yeah,
for a while.
That's fair. Well, we're agreed again for now. Next up, a singles match between Ricochet and the Velveteen Dream. DREAM, Sam. Who have you got and why?
I think that as entertaining as Velveteen Dream is, as much as I'm really enjoying the storyline, I think Ricochet needs something to step up to that next level. I think it's going to be an unbelievable match. But I think Ricochet's just going to pip him, sort of put him in his place just a little bit, and then go for the belt, and then obviously Dream can sort of build himself up to be a challenger for that. So, yeah. The US belt, by the way, the North American belt is what I was after.
The North American belt.
Not big bad Aleister Black's belt.
Okay. Well, this was one of the harder ones to call for me.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for the Velveteen Dream.
Okay.
I think more out of hope than out of any sort of informed knowledge, because I think on the surface, on paper, maybe Ricochet is the favourite. They're clearly hot on him. He did that big weird dive to the outside where he just landed on his feet and everyone was well impressed. So he's got all the momentum heading into the match. But I think overall, Velveteen Dream is dynamite. He's amazing. Yeah. And I just hope that he gets the win here. Even the programme could continue. They could have a rematch further down the line. But I just want Dream to win now, because I just feel like he deserves it. He's one of my favourite wrestlers at the minute, because he's just so entertaining each and every time he sets foot in the ring. And not in like a way that Ricochet is, because he's one of the best wrestlers in the world. Dream's just like one of the best
sports entertainers.
Yeah, he is. And
he's got like that complete package about him.
As silly as that sounds, it's true. It just comes naturally to him. So I hope he wins. But honestly, in this one, I really don't know which way it's going to go. But I'm going to go with my heart. I'm going to go with Velveteen Dream.
Yeah, I worry a lot, because a lot of the time, looking at what I was predicting, it was sort of like odds were sort of pretty stacked in the favour of a lot of choices. But things just change so much on the fly that I'm starting to get a bit worried about this one.
Right.
So I'm hoping it's Ricochet. But yeah. Next up, we have a match for the NXT Championship. It is Aleister Black, the reigning champion, against Lars Sullivan, the massive giant lad. Who you got and why?
I've got Aleister Black. I like Lars Sullivan, and I feel like sometimes he gets an unfair sort of reputation just because he's surrounded by so much talent.
Yeah.
You know, he can't possibly do some of the things that some of his peers can do, but what he can do is fulfill his role really well. But at the same time, I don't think he's the man to take the NXT Championship.
But his entrance, though. His entrance. With the spotlight.
It's fantastic.
Great.
It is really good. Again, I don't think that's... he's not the guy, is he? He's not the guy.
Your entrance is so good, son. We just got to put the belt on you.
But no, I think this one's one of the easier ones. I think Aleister Black's going to win. But then again, in NXT takeovers, they're often so good, because even though matches may seem predictable, and maybe the result will even be predictable, they still unfold in a way that surprises you. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Lars dominate Aleister Black for a lot of it, and then Black pulls out the win at the end.
The amount of losers in NXT takeovers that come out looking so much stronger than the winner, it's meant like so good in terms of storytelling. But as much as I like Big Lars, I'm going to have to go with Aleister Black as well, because he's got tattoos, I've got tattoos, he's really good at wrestling. I think it makes sense to keep the belt on him for a long time.
Yeah, I thought you were going to go. He's really good at wrestling. I'm really good at wrestling as well. So I'm going to go for my brethren.
I am. I just don't even try, because it wouldn't be fair for everybody else out there.
That's fair.
It just wouldn't be fair.
Yeah. And finally, and we don't know where it's going to go on the card, but it's the big rematch. It's Gargano Ciampa 2, Street Fight Boogaloo. Who have you got and why?
I have got Big Bad Tommy C, Tommaso Ciampa. I think, like all sort of good trilogies, the middle part has to be horrible and sad.
Right.
So I think Ciampa's going to go over. I think it's going to be a horrible match. I think Candice might try and get involved in a way that's going to accidentally distract Gargano, and I think Ciampa's just going to brutalise him.
I pretty much agree with you. I think the same thing. I think everything you've said there is pretty true, and I also do hope it's a trilogy as well. I think that if there's any two men who can come close to pulling off an epic New Japan style trilogy in WWE, it's Gargano and Ciampa.
Well, I think we're going to wait a long time for the third one.
Yeah, same.
I think it'll be after this, maybe if Gargano loses,
one of them gets called up.
One of them gets called up. I think it'll be Gargano gets called up first. I think he's got just this sort of better sort of way to go up, and I think Ciampa's better to just have him stay there and just tear and lay waste to NXT. But then I think we'll be waiting a while, and then it'll be a big pay-per-view.
Okay.
And it'll be Gargano cost Ciampa again. And it'll be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for now, I agree with you. I think this is going to be the Revenge of the Sith edition, and that Ciampa's going to win as well.
Revenge of the Sith? That was the third one.
Empire Strikes Back.
Empire was the big one.
I know about Star Wars, I do, I swear.
Should have said Attack of the Clones, although it was absolute wank.
Oh, this match isn't going to be wank, it's going to be the Empire Strikes Back. I'm never going to live it down. I know which one Empire is. I know which one it is. He cuts his hand off and he stops the bullet.
Finds out about his dad. Everybody, hand gets frozen. He says, really sad.
He says, Luke, I am your father. He doesn't. I'm just joking. He says, no, I am your father. I know about Star Wars. Those have been
spoilers away for Star Wars, by the way.
Yeah.
Hashtag spoilers.
All those lads in the 80s are going to be livid. Yes, those were our predictions for NXT TakeOver Chicago. Will it be as good as last year's? It's got a lot to live up to, but the card's pretty stacked, so it may well do. Don't forget to vote on your preferred punishment at our Patreon page, patreon.com/Cultaholic.
Be nice.
Be friendly. You can follow me on Twitter at Jack the Jobber. You can follow Sam at Less Defined, and you can follow all of us collectively at Cultaholic. Thank you very much for watching, and never forget to watch our live stream as well on Saturday.
Yeah.
But overall, never forget to join us.
Join us.
Join us.
You join us.
Join us.